What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So you join me right here on my table, which I got the engine harness, the 02 to 04 base RSX to be precise. And I have an issue where it does not want to reach certain sensors like the TPS, the map, to name a couple. And I'm probably going to see if I can extend some of them. I'm not sure if the AIT or IIT. It's also short. I do have a lot of spare wire in there that I can probably use to extend them, and I'm gonna try my best to keep the colors on them because obviously that's how I know what sensor it is. And I'm also writing it at the bottom to help me out on the ones that are pretty similar, like the TPS and the map, which are identically same color. And if you put them backwards, essentially you could fry your map, which already happened to me, and I don't want it to happen to me again. And then something else I wanted to share with you guys. I took my clusters, and disclaimer, I already tried messing with the needles on my EG1, and I ended up breaking it. So I took the needle out of this one. I hope it works. Only time will tell when I start testing things out. But essentially, I had two clusters, a GSR one from a 94, 97, and then this one right here, which was automatic. Essentially, what I did was I changed the bezels to the light gray one, because the LS brought some black ones. These are lighter gray, and then I essentially swapped over for the 9 tack, as you guys can see there. And then don't try this. I mean, don't do this. But I looked up and I was able to successfully. By that I mean it's not untested yet. I was able to change the odometer, as you guys can see, because this chassis here, the Integra, along with the B18, which is behind me, has 172,000 miles, original miles when I bought the car. And essentially, what I did was I don't have to track no mileage anymore. Only the chassis. And I know, peace of mind, the chassis has 172,000. So moving forward, I'll just make a rough estimate or calculation from there. But I looked up the VIN number from buying the engine from JDM Orlando, and I looked up the VIN number, and I found that back when the engine, because as a K20Z3, when it was in the junkyard, it had roughly 152,000 miles. So what I ended up doing was I changed the odometer to fit to essentially tracking the engine mileage. You guys can see in there, which I successfully did. If you guys are interested in that, just look up videos online. That's essentially what I did. It wasn't too hard. It's really delicate, and you could break stuff. But yeah, I ended up converting them to GSR, and I still has the same functions because obviously this is the same chassis. And I changed the odometer, so now I'll be tracking the original, which what I think, because that's what I looked up. I mean, it could be wrong, but at least I have a ballpark of how many miles this K20Z3 has, and I hope I'm spot on, or at least close to it. Because when I bought it, not unknown mileage. I looked up the VIN because it has little VIN plates on them, and this is what came back last time it was at the junk. Even had a picture and everything. So yeah, so hopefully it's about right or so. I know my other Z3 has roughly about 100,000 miles, and then this one has 152,000. I decided once again to take the engine harness and lay it over the engine, so that way I know exactly which ones, or have an idea. It seems like that reverse lockout might have, that reverse light, might have to get extended as well. You guys can see it is restricting me. Obviously this is the cylinder head temp sensor plug as well, and it's super short. As you guys can see, look where is that over there. I might have to extend this one, but at least if I extend that, these already have play as it is. You guys can see this one probably doesn't have that much, but right now the only one halting me is probably this one. So I'll probably have to I'm gonna do this one first. Might have to do this one as well. It seems like once I do that, the map here should be able to reach. If I do manage to set up the charcoal like I want to, I do need to get a heat shield. Then I will need a different throttle body, which I will need plugs to plug up for the vacuum, but also I'll be able to actually plug right here. But for some reason, look where the TPS is at, right all over here. So I might have to extend this one. That's why I already started taking the plug out, because I'm getting ready to do that. The AIT, I'm not sure. I know there's a right brown down there, so I might have to extend a whole bunch of them, but what a pain, what a pain. So yeah, I'm not sure if once if I extend this one, if it will give me more leeway. But I don't know if I just extend a whole bunch of them at once. Just not sure what's the game plan. Alright everybody, so today we have our engine harness, as you can see here, and from the past and looking, there's a couple wires that I do have to extend, like I was telling you guys. I did my best and I peeled off the map. Now I made it a little bit longer by peeling it off. Same with the evap or the purge. Just gonna tape this side right over here and fix it up. I did it also with the air, the IIT or something like that, I believe it's called. I went ahead and peeled it off as well, so I do have way more spacing. The map, as you guys can see with the new throttle body, we have it facing forward, so it's not as bad as it was before, and it will reach now. The only problem that I see is with the TPS which we have here, so I'm going to go ahead and get that one situated. That way we can extend those wires and have the TPS plug reach. Over here, peeling off the insulator. And then take your time when you do this, if you have to do this. So this is a base RSX manual engine harness, and for some reason it's a little bit too short, so how to do that. But take your time, don't rush this. I don't have gloves, I'm gonna use this because I don't want to touch it. And this is flux, which I am utilizing. And by the way, this has flux as well, my soldering wire, sorry, but I just don't trust it. I guess I want to use a little bit more, so yeah. So for the time being, We are all done. Went ahead and mocked it up. I went ahead and just pretty much peeled off this one from the rest of the engine harness. I was able to reach. Did the same thing with the map. I did extend, as you guys saw on the when I was soldering, the TPS. You guys can see right there, and it's a little bit tight, not too much. Still got some wiggle room here to move, so it's not that bad. I would consider it to be decent. Everything, I can tuck it somewhere around here, get it out the way or so. I got the air temp, the air. I forgot. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart, but I'll put it up here just in case. I got that one right there. There you go. Added some light, a little bit of light. So we got those in there, and then this is for the IAC, which is right over here, and it should have no issue in reaching. And I'm not too sure, but I don't think I'm gonna need a rotational plate just yet. So yeah, everything's moving along. Hopefully everything's okay. I did have to put tape on the exposed wires. Some areas are exposed, but it's fine. Over here as well, because for some reason this ground was frayed a little bit. And then, by the way, this is the junkyard engine harness, so budget whatsoever right there. And then over here we got the injectors RDX plugs already mated up. I didn't have to solder anything. I just pretty much depin, got the ignition coils ready to go, and then I haven't plugged anything on the side. As you guys can see, it is still here. I've not plugged anything else other than that. Oh, sorry, anything else other than that. And then this right here, most likely I'm gonna have to take this grommet out. You guys can see, and then this will go inside, but I have to take the stock one out. But yeah, other than that, everything for the most part is connected. We got the cam sensor right there, the one, and then the two. We got the cylinder head as well. We got the reverse lockout, the reverse light, sorry, and then I do have reverse lockout here. As you guys can see, I did convert it. Check that video out. But this is 5-speed, but just so the plug won't go to waste, we got the VSS down over there. So yeah, everything's moving along, everything's going good.